When I opened the door and saw Ryan standing there, I almost didn't place him. 2 years vanished, and the kid who used to raid my fridge in this very kitchen, laughing with Sarah, was gone. A man filled the doorway, shoulders broad, posture sure, eyes steady. He smiled. That same easy grin, but something flickered beneath it, something I couldn't name. "Hi, Mrs. Miller," he said, his voice deeper, a rumble I didn't remember. "Ryan," I managed, surprise tight in my chest. "It's been a while." He held up a cardboard box. Found some of Sarah's things in my closet, cleaning out my apartment. Thought I'd drop them off. I stepped back, the scent of his cologne hitting me, woodsy, sharp, way too grown up for the Ryan I knew. "Sarah's out," I said, closing the door, "but I can take it." He nodded, setting the box on the kitchen counter. "No problem. How have you been?" Casual question, but the way he leaned against the counter, eyes lingering a beat too long, made it different. "Fine," I said too fast, brushing hair behind my ear. "Work, you know." He smiled, gaze warm. "You look good, Mrs. Miller." Light tone, but sincere. I froze, caught off guard. Not the words. Plenty of people said I looked good, for my age, but something in his voice, a current that made my pulse jump. "Thank you," I whispered, voice too soft. He stayed longer than expected, talking easily about photography, life, post-Sarah. I found myself relaxing, drawn into the conversation like no time had passed. But then I'd catch his eye, a flicker of something unreadable. When he finally left, I watched him go, heart pounding for reasons I wouldn't admit. Later, wine in hand, I couldn't shake him. The look, the voice, replaying in my mind. Nothing, I told myself, reading too much. But when he showed up again the next night, saying he'd forgotten something, I knew it wasn't simple. 2 years ago, if you'd told me this, I'd have laughed. Ryan was just Sarah's college boyfriend, sweet, quiet, a bit lost when he was here. They dated sophomore year, photography for him, communications for Sarah. Casual, proximity, shared friends, not deep connection. Still, polite, respectful, always offered help. Never thought much of him. Just another boyfriend, handsome, charming, young, no staying power. My life was a mess then, fresh out of divorce, 2 decades gone. Figuring out who I was without wife. Divorce wasn't dramatic, no screaming, no cheating, just slow fade. Grew apart, built a life, raised Sarah, weathered storms, but love turned cold. When he left, I said I'd be fine. 46, career, interior designer. But beneath the surface, untethered, house too quiet, evenings too long, loneliness heavy. Poured myself into work, designing spaces for others easier than facing my own emptiness. Clients, late nights, layouts. Busy equaled moving forward, I told myself. But truth? Invisible. 48, who was I besides Sarah's mom, divorce survivor? Ryan had been constant for 2 years. Dinners, family outings, even helped with the Christmas tree when Sarah wasn't in the mood. Mom-approved boyfriend, attentive, thoughtful, patient with Sarah's moods. But it ended quietly senior year. Busy, different paths, no details. Sarah moved on, projects, then job in marketing. Ryan faded, background noise. One of many who passed through. So when he reappeared that day, unprepared, flood of emotions, first sight, the change, shy boy gone, quiet confidence, deeper voice, broader shoulders, maturity in his eyes, hard to look away, conversation light, superficial. Sarah, her job, moving back, post-college life, his photography, exhibit, freedom of being his own boss, casual exchanges but something else, familiarity, comforting, unsettling. Lingered too long, leaning against the counter, not ready to leave. And when he did, the look before walking out, chest tightening. That night, tried to push it away, nothing. But next evening, Ryan back, forgotten something. Liar. Sarah wasn't home, out with friends, house quiet, door, Ryan, hands in pockets, sheepish grin. "Sorry to bother you again," he said. "Memory card, box, mind if I look?" "Of course," I said, stepping back, box on the counter, sifting through it, watching him. Jaw tightened in concentration, hair curled at the edges, presence filling the room. Different. He looked up, caught me staring, face flushed. "Find it?" I asked, too quickly. "Not yet," he said, tone casual but eyes lingered. Found it moments later, memory card, triumphant. "Got it," he said, pocketing it. Walked him to the door, pulse racing. "Thanks for letting me dig," he said, hand on the door frame. Of course, I replied, voice softer. Hesitated, eyes searching mine like he wanted to say more. Then, before I knew it, hand reached out, tucked hair behind my ear. You know, he said, voice low, you're even more beautiful now than I remember. Froze. Pull away, lean closer. Ryan, I started, but he shook his head, stepped back, small, regretful smile. Good night, Mrs. Miller, he said, voice lingering. After that night, couldn't stop thinking. Fleeting attraction? No. Ryan had awakened something, years dormant. Unsure I was ready, didn't know where it was going, if anywhere. But sitting in the quiet, faint cologne scent, something had changed, didn't want it to change back. Didn't expect to see him so soon, but life. Or maybe him. 2 days later, knock at the door, Sarah out, bookshelves, startled by the knock. Him. Hands in pockets, easy, confident smile. Neighborhood. Thought I'd stop by. Interrupting? Hesitated, half-empty shelves. No, come in. Stepped inside, effortlessly filled the space. Natural, even though it shouldn't be. Talking like before. Casual at first. Photography project, portraits, natural environments. Listening, interested, but hyper-aware, close on the couch. Conversation shifted. You seem different, he said, leaning back, studying me. Different how? Light tone. Happier, maybe? More confident? Laughed, shaking my head. Funny, barely holding it together. Tilted head, gaze unwavering. You don't give yourself enough credit. Wait to his words, chest tightened. Opened mouth to deflect, but he wasn't done. I mean it, he said softly. You're incredible, Mrs. Miller. Always have been. Room smaller, air heavier, heat rising, pulse quickening. Ryan, I started, voice catching. I know, he said, cutting me off. I know I shouldn't say these things, but I've been thinking about you since I saw you again. I can't help it. Stared at him. Wrong, didn't want him to stop. Used to come here for Sarah, I whispered. I know, he said, steady voice, but I'm not here for her now. Before I could respond, leaned forward, closing the gap. Hand brushed mine, spark, shivers. You can tell me to leave, he said, voice low, rough. I will, if that's what you want. Didn't say anything. Leaning closer, breath hitching, fingers traced my arm. Simple touch, but fire inside. Ryan, this is wrong, I managed, inching closer. Maybe, he said, lips closed, warm breath, but it doesn't feel wrong. Then he kissed me. Gentle at first, testing, waiting for me to pull away. When I didn't, deepen. Hands to my waist, pulling me closer. Whirlwind of thoughts, guilt, desire, fear. Body betrayed me, responding in ways I couldn't control. Tangled on the couch, lips, hands, reverence that made my heart ache. Ryan, wait, I said, voice shaky. Froze, pulled back. Are you okay? Nodded, swallowing hard. This is just... I don't know if we should. Cupped my face, thumbs brushing my cheeks. Tell me to stop, he said again, eyes searching. Couldn't. Pulled him back, hands gripping his shirt. Lips met again. No hesitation. Floor, soft rug, giving in to the pull. After, side by side, quiet room. Ceiling, chest rising and falling. Ryan turned, propped on elbow. You okay? Voice soft. Nodded, wasn't sure. I don't know what this means, I admitted. Neither do I, he said, brushing hair from my face. But I don't regret it. Jolt. Flicker of something hadn't felt in years. Scared, excited, didn't say anything. Gentle kiss on forehead, got up to leave. I'll see you soon, he said, quiet certainty. Stomach fluttered. Door clicked shut, mind spinning. Beginning of something dangerous, unravel everything. But as much as I wanted to stop it, couldn't deny the truth. Didn't want it to end. Ryan didn't wait long. 2 nights later, familiar knock, Sarah out, friend's place. Just finished dinner, pulse quicken, didn't hesitate this time. Opened the door, him, hands in pockets, confident smile, heat rising in my chest. Hey, he said, voice soft, charged. Ryan, I replied, stepping back. No excuses this time. No forgotten items, no pretense. Door closed, he was on me, lips capturing mine. Kiss, no doubt why he was here. Floodgate opened. Stolen moments, whispered promises, each encounter more reckless. Didn't talk about meaning, where it was going. Just let it happen. Swept up in intensity. Late night texts. heart racing. Can I see you? Resist. Too risky, careful, but giving in, unable to deny the pull. One evening, unexpected, sunset. Sarah weekend trip, house quiet. Couldn't wait, he said, door, voice low, urgent. Barely time to respond, hands on me, pulling me close, kiss, hunger, breathless. Living room couch, tangle of limbs, whispered names, not always my place. Saturday afternoon, Sarah errands. Text, meet him park, edge of town. Scene, thrill of fear and excitement. Agreed. Curiosity outweighing caution. Arrived, already there, bench, oak tree. Stood, warm smile, familiar intensity. Hey, he said, hand brushed mine, sat beside him. Talking, light, easy, tension impossible to ignore. Leaned in, lips brushing ear, whispered, come with me. Didn't hesitate. Secluded path, trees overhead, canopy. Alone, pulled me close, hands gripping waist, lips found mine. Risk of being caught, exhilarating. Parted, legs shaky, cheeks flushed, mind spinning, recklessness. But passion, excitement, guilt. Every time I saw Sarah, pang of shame, betrayal. Didn't suspect at first. Own life, subtle shifts. But longer it went, harder to hide. One night, couch, movie, turned to me suddenly, brow furrowed. You've been acting different lately, she said, curious, not accusatory. Froze, heart racing. Different how? I don't know, happier, I guess? Lighter? Smiled, nudging me playfully. Secret boyfriend or something? Laughed, forced, unnatural. Don't be ridiculous, I said, flush creeping up my neck. Dropped it, comment stayed, precarious situation. Ryan, unapologetic. No effort to hide it, even when I doubted. I'm not ashamed of this, he said one evening, tangled in bed, fingers tracing skin. You should be, I replied. Words lacked conviction. Propped himself up, gaze steady. Why? Because it's not what people expect? Because it's not easy? Because it's wrong. Softly. Whisper. Shook head, expression firm. It's not wrong if it's real. Encounters bolder, caution and recklessness blurring. Afternoon, Sarah work, Ryan unannounced. Not even inside, pressed against house, hidden, exposed, heart racing. You're insane, I said breathlessly, kissing me, hands gripping hips. And you love it, he replied, mischievous grin. Wasn't wrong. But passion, excitement, moments of quiet vulnerability, more than just affair. Night, dim bedroom light, Ryan opened up, unexpected. Always felt like I didn't fit, he admitted, voice soft. With Sarah, with her friends, even family. But with you, trailed off, eyes meeting mine. With you it feels different, like I don't have to try so hard. Speechless. Guilt, longing, twisting in my chest. Didn't know how to respond, just kissed him, pouring everything I couldn't say into the connection. Weeks went on, fear of discovery overshadowed thrill. Every time Sarah mentioned Ryan, coffee shop, photography post, pang of anxiety. Change in our dynamic? Then one night, everything unraveled, fooling myself, keep going unnoticed. Secrets like our surface. First crack, quiet Tuesday evening. Kitchen, chopping vegetables, Sarah phone, counter. Work project, annoying coworker. Attention divided, mind drifting to last time with Ryan. Then I saw him at the cafe, Sarah said. Sharp tone, pulled me out of thoughts. Sorry, who? Feigned interest. Ryan, she said, curious glance. Ran into him yesterday. He seemed off. I don't know, have you seen him lately? Slap. Couldn't breathe. Why would I have seen him? Even voice. Sarah shrugged, eyes narrowing. I don't know, he just seemed weird, distracted, hiding something. Hands stilled, knife hovering. Maybe he's just busy, I said quickly, flush rising. Didn't press it, words lingered, warning, walls cracking, real breaking point, days later, Ryan dinner. Unplanned, Sarah invited him on whim, no good excuse to say no. Door, tension unbearable, Ryan tried to act normal, smiling, laughing at Sarah's jokes. Eyes on me when Sarah wasn't looking, game of careful avoidance. Sarah oblivious to the storm. Then, halfway through meal, stomach dropped. You two seem weird around each other, she said, half joking, suspicion. Ryan froze, fork midair, forced laugh. What do you mean? Casual. I don't know, she said, eyeing us both. Just weird. Inside joke or something. Ryan recovered, grin. Maybe we're just bonding over how picky you are about your food. Sarah rolled eyes, laughing. But gaze lingered on me, suspicion growing. Ryan left. Sarah turned to me, unreadable expression. Okay, what's going on? Sharp voice. What do you mean? Feigned ignorance, clearing table. You and Ryan, she said, crossing arms. You've been acting weird around him, ever since he started coming around again. Something you're not telling me? Weight of words, hard to breathe, opened mouth to deny, brush her off. Words wouldn't come. Frozen. Truth hovered. Mom, she said, quieter voice, please don't tell me. Looked away, unable to meet her eyes. Confirmation. Oh my God, she whispered, trembling voice. You and Ryan, are you serious? I can explain, I started, cut me off, face twisted in anger. Explain what? She snapped. Sneaking around with my ex-boyfriend, lying to me this whole time? Tears stung eyes. Words, nothing better. How could you do this? She demanded, voice breaking. To me? To us? Words cut deep, betrayal. Sarah stormed out, slamming door. Tried calling, texting, no response. House empty, silence, damage I'd done. Ryan called next morning, worried voice. She knows, doesn't she? Yes, I said, tight throat, long pause. What now? I don't know, I admitted, tears streaming. I don't know how to fix this. Week later, Sarah came home. Packed things. Didn't say much. Stiff. Mechanical. Sarah, please, I said, cracking voice. Let me explain. Stopped, turned, exhausted, hurt look. I don't want an explanation, she said quietly. I can't be here right now. Words broke me. Knew she was right. Nothing to undo damage. Ryan came by later, heavy with guilt. This is my fault. Low voice. No, I said firmly, unsure. We both made this choice. Reached for my hand, warm, familiar, no comfort. I think we need to stop, I said, trembling voice. Grip tightened moment, nodded, eyes ache mirroring mine. I don't regret us, he said softly, but I understand. That night Ryan left, alone in quiet living room, empty space where Sarah's things used to be. Knew from beginning, risk, crash down. Knowing didn't make it easier. Lost daughter's trust, jeopardized relationship with the one person. For what? Love, exhilarating, impossible. First time since it all began, let myself cry. Days after Sarah left, loneliest. House quiet, oppressive. Every room memories. Laughter echoing, feet padding, voice humming. All gone. Silence pressed down, constant reminder what I'd lost. Threw myself into work, more projects than I could handle. Avoid stillness. Evenings, laptop, kitchen table, layouts, emails, pretending not checking phone, message from her. Sarah didn't call, didn't text. Every day, nail in the coffin. Absence of Sarah and Ryan, time to think. Choices. Replayed every moment where it went wrong, stopped myself. Truth, let myself be swept up, dangerous. Hurt people I cared about most. Worth it? Connection with Ryan too strong to ignore, and mess I couldn't clean up, yet couldn't regret everything. Ryan and I, real, flawed, complicated, unsustainable, but real. First time in years, wanted, alive, more than just roles, mother, ex-wife, designer. Cost of that feeling too high. Month after Sarah left, called. Voice on the line, relief, stabbed to heart. Not ready to come home yet, guarded tone, but thought we should talk. Swallowed lump, gripping phone. I'd like that, I said softly. Cafe downtown, neutral place. Sit across from each other, weight of house gone. Looked tired, shadowed eyes, pain I'd hoped never to see. I don't even know where to start, stirring coffee. Start anywhere, I said. Just glad you're here. Looked up, hurt, confusion. Why mom? Why him? Dreaded question. Didn't know how to answer. I don't know, I admitted, trembling voice. It just happened. Once it did, didn't know how to stop it. That's not good enough, sharp voice. I know, I said, tears stinging. But it's the truth. Wasn't thinking about you or what it would mean for us. Selfish. So sorry. Eyes filled with tears, didn't look away. You broke my trust, she said quietly. I don't know how to forgive that. I understand, I said, whisper. But I'm willing to do whatever it takes to fix this. Make it right. Just tell me how. Didn't respond right away. Gaze on coffee. I need time, she said finally. I'll give you as much as you need. Weight of her words. Week later, Ryan called. I'm moving, heavy voice. Job offer out of state. Good opportunity. Think it's time for fresh start. Hit harder than expected. Knew it was coming. That's good, I said, forced smile he couldn't see. Happy for you. Mrs. Miller, he started, cut him off. No, it's okay, I said quickly. Don't have to explain, I understand. Long pause. I'm sorry for everything, he said softly, but I don't regret us. Me neither, I said, trembling voice. Said goodbyes, call ended. Couch, phone in hand, closing of a chapter. Beautiful, painful. Months followed. Rebuilding relationship with Sarah. Not easy. Trust, time to mend. Days, distance insurmountable. Slowly, finding our way back. Ryan, memory now. Lingered in quiet moments, no longer consumed me. Lessons of our time together. Risks, rewards, following heart, complicated path. Mistakes, hurt people loved most. Mistakes didn't define me. Life moves forward even when it can't. Scars of past remain, fade with time. Part of the story, not whole of it. One evening, months later, Sarah and I, back porch, warm sunset, long shadows. Do you think people can really change? Thoughtful voice. I think people can learn, I said, looking at her. Sometimes that's just as important. Nodded, gaze horizon. Still angry, she admitted, but trying to let it go. That's all I can ask, I said softly. Quiet peace, glimmer of hope, finally moving forward. Road ahead, not easy, believed we could make it. Enough.